How did the greatest empire in history collapse? This is the untold story of Rome's rise and its dramatic fall. Imagine a city so powerful that nearly half the known world obeyed its command. This was Rome, the greatest empire in human history. At its peak, Rome ruled over 60 million people across 3 continents, connected by thousands of miles of roads and protected by the world's most feared army. Its disciplined legions conquered kingdoms, defeated mighty armies, and built an empire that many believed would last forever. Rome wasn't just powerful, it was incredibly wealthy. Trade flowed from Britain to Egypt, bringing unimaginable riches into the heart of the empire. Roman engineers transformed the ancient world. Their roads, bridges, and aqueducts became symbols of innovation that still inspire modern civilization. But behind Rome's magnificent walls, something dangerous was happening. Corruption had quietly begun poisoning the empire from within. Power became a deadly game. Emperors were no longer chosen for wisdom, but often by violence, betrayal, and political ambition. Some emperors remained in power for only a few months. Constant leadership changes and political instability slowly weakened the empire from within. While the rich grew richer, ordinary families struggled under crushing taxes, rising prices, and food shortages. Rome's greatest enemy was becoming its own inequality. As Rome weakened from within, the empire that once conquered the world was about to face its greatest challenge. The Roman legions, once considered invincible, were beginning to lose battles they would have easily won just decades earlier. Rome's greatest challenge was no longer only beyond its borders. Political divisions and competing ambitions made strong leadership difficult. During one 50-year period, more than 20 emperors claimed the throne. Most were murdered before they could restore stability. To pay for constant wars, the government printed more money. But those coins contained less silver, making them nearly worthless. Inflation exploded. Everyday necessities became too expensive for ordinary families, and hunger spread across the empire. Farmers could no longer afford crushing taxes. Many abandoned their land, leaving entire regions unable to feed the growing population. Sensing Rome's weakness, powerful tribes gathered along its borders. The empire's greatest enemies were preparing to strike. Sensing Rome's weakness, powerful tribes gathered along its borders. The empire's greatest enemies were preparing to strike. Wave after wave of invasions overwhelmed Rome's defenses. Entire frontier towns disappeared almost overnight. The eastern half adapted and grew stronger, but the Western Empire continued to weaken, moving ever closer to one of history's greatest collapses. By the early 5th century, the mighty Roman Empire had become a shadow of its former glory. Its cities still stood, but its strength was fading. Then came the moment Romans thought would never happen. The city of Rome itself was under siege. In the year 410, the Visigoths breached Rome's defenses. For the first time in nearly 8 centuries, the Eternal City had fallen. Treasures disappeared, palaces burned. The psychological shock was even greater than the physical destruction. The world could hardly believe Rome had fallen. Although the empire survived for several more decades, its authority continued to disappear with each passing year. The last Western Roman emperor, Romulus Augustulus, was removed from power. Without a great battle, the Western Roman Empire simply came to an end.
Disappeared. Not in a single day, but through decades of political corruption, economic decline, and relentless invasion.
Yet Rome never truly vanished.
Its ideas, architecture, laws, engineering, and language continue to shape our world more than 15 centuries later.
Empires may rise, and they may fall, but history never truly disappears. This was the story of why the Roman Empire collapsed.
From our legal systems to our roads, and even our calendars, the legacy of Rome lives on in ways most people never realize.
If you enjoyed this journey through history, subscribe to Forgotten History. Every week, we uncover the untold stories, forgotten empires, and mysteries that shaped our world.